Okay, folks, welcome back to another great episode of Opaleye Presents Know Your Pros. And today's guest, we have Matt Tucker of Freedom Plumbing and Drain. He is a plumber who runs his own business up in North Houston, Spring, Texas to be exact, but he serves the greater Houston area, mostly up in the northern parts of it. Matt, thank you so much for being a guest here today on Know Your Pros, man.
Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Well, Matt, I'm kind of keeping with the theme of the BNI guys being on here, just because when I know somebody who's been in a BNI chapter or is in one, you can count on a couple of things, and that one thing is really accountability in my mind. And I love having guests like you on because you're in the service industry, you're in plumbing. So how is it that you got your start? Why did you go into business for yourself?
So, as far as how I got into plumbing, it was a friend of mine said, "Hey, there's a company that's hiring, and let's go jump into it." And we did new construction in high-end residential for River Oaks area, and then I left and went to the service side. And years later, I got tired of making everyone else millions of dollars. It was my turn. And come to find out, you don't make millions of dollars just overnight.
Yeah, you
Just
don't
how it
make it
works.
overnight. And like you said, I mean, you don't like make it working for somebody else. So you started Freedom.
Hmm.
Um,
Yes, sir.
and with the industry, I always ask, how did you get into the industry? Why in this industry? I mean, like, did you have any previous like plumbing experience, or did you just kind of hop on a job and then you got your certs along the way?
I hopped on a job, and actually, I wanted to be an electrician, not a plumber, and then got into this, and then really started liking it. I mean, as much as someone can like plumbing, I like plumbing.
So, I mean, what was the thing then? I mean, like you were more into hot water heaters and toilets than getting your wires crossed and maybe burning up a little bit of that beard. I mean, was the
Yeah,
plumbing just more
and
appealing?
um, so once you get in to plumbing, for the most part, it sticks. I mean, it's you see enough of what I see over and over again, it doesn't bother you.
Hmm.
Um, because I never wanted to be a plumber that went unclogged toilets. That was my goal. And then over the years, I mean, that doesn't bother me anymore.
Yeah. Well, so it sounds to me like you're not afraid to get into the residential jobs that are, big, but you're also not gonna have somebody call you up and say, "No, man, that's too small for me." You know, you'll get in anywhere
There's
that,
nothing. There's nothing that we do that's too small.
yeah.
I mean, I'll do anything from fixing a flapper on a toilet to repairing a kitchen faucet or a lavatory faucet,
Hmm.
all the way up to doing a complete build out on a house.
Yeah, and do you find that the smaller jobs have inevitably led you into the bigger stuff as time has gone on? Like people trust you for that kind of stuff, and then they want to give you more and bigger stuff.
Yes, I mean it's when you do the smaller stuff and you do the smaller stuff and the smaller stuff, it it builds and builds and builds, and then eventually you get yourself into doing big stuff.
Yeah,
No one's going to trust somebody that they've never had to do anything, do something for a large amount of money.
yeah, yeah. I mean, it's predicated on trust. I mean, in any home service kind of industry, that's a huge portion of it. So to me, it sounds like you kind of answered the question already, but I always ask to wrap up, why is it that somebody should call Freedom rather than your big box plumbers or the dudes with, the fanciest vans on the road? What is the value add when they call Matt Tucker of Freedom Plumbing and Drain?
You're going to get guys out that have the skills, have the knowledge. We're not just throwing guys out there. Everyone trains underneath me. They all know what they're doing. We're not there to rip you off. We would rather do something for a very low dollar amount to fix the problem than to try to build you up and add money to your ticket.
Mhm.
We're not there to make every job a massive job. The money comes eventually, but we're not there. Nobody's off commission. It's just plumbers being plumbers,
Yeah.
doing what you're supposed to do.
I was gonna say it sounds like you guys are plumbers for the sake of plumbing. I mean, like, why else exist, right?
Yep.
Yeah. That's great, man. I love that. And I don't hear that often, to be honest with you. So, if that kind of resonates with you, who's watching this video here today with Matt, I would say give these guys a call. And Matt, to do that, they got to call somebody. They got to get on a website. Where can they find Freedom Plumbing and Drain and the owner, Matt Tucker?
So they can call 281-733-5908. If they want to email me, it's mtucker@freedomplumbingdrain.com, or they can jump on our website. It's www.freedomplumbingdrain.com.
Beautiful, beautiful. Freedom Plumbing and Drain, folks. They're licensed, bonded, and insured, operating out of North Houston. Check them out on their website. They do free estimates, and if you give them a call, more often than not, you're going to talk to the owner. You're not going to talk to some call center or some other rep. Matt is.
I do answer the phone.
Exactly.
So
yeah,
you will get me. Yeah, you will get me. And I mean, some of the stuff I can talk you through over the phone.
Beautiful.
Not every time.
Well, call him first, folks. Matt, thank you for being a guest here on Opaleye Presents Know Your Pros. It's been a pleasure, my man. Thank you again.
Thank you so much, sir. I appreciate it.